Hey guys, it's Maddie, and I'm back with another video. It has been a little while since I've posted. Very sorry about that, been super busy. But I finally had some time tonight to sit down and film this video. It's a video I've been wanting to film for a while. I actually came up with this idea this summer. I was like laying in my bed and I made a list of this stuff and I was like, I need to film this. And finally, now I've had time to kind of sit down and think about it all. And yeah, so my video right here have me a handy dandy list of 5 important things that kind of I learned throughout my high school years. I don't know how many high school girls watch my videos, but if any of you guys do, I hope that you find some of this stuff helpful for you. Definitely, can't talk. Definitely, if you're not a high school girl, you can just listen to what I've kind of learned throughout my high school years, which I thought was kind of cool, because I was always like a little girl on YouTube searching, how do I do this, and da-da-da, and stuff like that. But I never looked up a video how to deal with things in high school and what other girls' perspectives were. So I was laying in my bed and I was like, hey, that'd be kind of a cool video because this is stuff that I've been through and that I've learned personally, and maybe it could help someone else out. So it's kind of a little informative video, definitely nothing to do with beauty or lifestyle, or I guess not, it's definitely nothing to do with beauty or a vlog or anything like that. This is an informative video and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to share what I've learned. So, like I said, I've made a list of 5 things that were kind of main key points for me that I've learned. So the first one for me was learning to be yourself, learning to find yourself and kind of do what you want to do, not necessarily what the mainstream is. Everyone, you go to high school, you put your hair up and you do your makeup a certain way and you dress a certain way because that's how everyone else does, and it's kind of you have to have all your ducks in a row. I definitely learned that just be yourself. I mean, if you just want to wear sweatpants every day to school, which I'm not advising, I'm not a sweatpant kind of gal, but if you want to, that's you do that. But I've just learned fun makeup. I love to have fun with my makeup, so sometimes I'll be wearing blue eyeshadow, just fun little things like that that people normally wouldn't do. If you're I want to do that, just do it. Who's stopping you from doing something like that? So I hate when people say you can't do something, or oh no, that's not normal, normal people don't do that. That's not how today's society is. Today everyone can kind of do what you want. So that's one thing I learned was for sure. Definitely one thing also is expressing yourself in style. That's another way you can be yourself and kind of put yourself out there, is definitely through your style. So for sure, I just think being yourself is one thing that you need to learn how to do in high school, because it can get you a long way. Because if you get too into oh well, Mandy says I can only wear skinny jeans that are black, no, just do what you want to do. There's no point in trying to please anyone except for yourself. So if you're comfortable just be comfortable in doing whatever you want to do. Be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable if you just want to curl your hair every single day. Do that. Just do what you want to do. Yeah, so that's definitely something. I didn't struggle with it, but I definitely tried to embrace it over a couple of years to kind of do what I wanted to do, even if it's not what everyone else was doing, if that makes sense. So that's definitely, keep saying definitely, that's one thing I did learn. Second thing, this one is very important. Do not chase after a guy. Do not chase after a guy. Let me say it one more time. Do not chase after a guy. Oh man, boys will literally drive you up a wall. They'll make you go crazy. They'll make you go insane in the membrane. It's no fun for anybody. I know you probably have your boyfriend. Yes, they might break your heart or you might break their heart. It goes either way, but honestly, if it's meant to be, it'll come back. But that's one thing I learned was don't sit there and just dwell on one person, because you're just wasting your time. And the more you think about it, the more you sit there and let your mind just keep almost it'll control you almost. You can almost, yes, it'll control your brain, and you get so into it and you're just oh my goodness, I can't live without this person, or I can't go to sleep and I can't eat anymore. no, you can do everything that you were doing before. I saw something the other day and I said, you were doing just fine before you met them. Like, you were living life just fine before you even met them. So some people say, like, I can't live without this person. You can, because you were maybe a year before you met them. So I just think that's something so important, and I had to learn that the hard way. Like, still sometimes I'm dealing with that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, but that's definitely something that I think in high school is very important for girls, is just don't chase after the guy. I mean, if it's not working, it's not working, and you're just gonna stress yourself out even more, like sitting there worrying about that guy. So just don't let it get to you, even though like it's going to try and get into your little head, but you just have to block it out and just stay happy and be positive, and don't let him rule your mind. Don't let your mind take over, because it'll literally probably drive you insane. Like, it'll get inside of your head, and no one wants that feeling. Like, no one wants to feel that way, like they're being taken over by a guy. Like, that is just bizarre. So that's another thing I learned in high school. Don't chase after the guy, because it's just not even worth the time. Number 3, I don't know why I put this up, but number 3 is having a big group of friends. Okay, so I know, like, there's that saying, and it's like, would you rather have, I don't even know. Okay, so having a big group of friends is awesome, right? I mean, you love to have, all of your friends. You get to come to school, you can go eat lunch with them, you can hang out with them on the weekends, but then all of a sudden one of your friends that you thought was your friend is like, oh, well, did you hear about so-and-so the other day? And you're like, wow, I thought we were friends. And sometimes having a big group of friends isn't all that in a bag of Cheetos like you thought it was. Like, maybe it makes you feel secure having a lot of friends. Maybe it just makes you look, you think it makes you look cool having a lot of friends. But sometimes it's okay not to have a lot of friends. Growing up in high school, or going through high school, I literally had like maybe 3 or 4 like really good friends. Definitely one best friend, Rumor, shout out to you, girlfriend. Literally my best friend since 6th grade. We have just been through it all. But having like a couple friends on, like, I can count all of my good friends on one hand. Like, you do not need like a huge group of friends, and if you're feeling lonely, then it's totally normal. Like, I remember sitting outside window with my family, and I was just like, I don't have any friends. Like, I have Rumor, and that's all we have. We don't have anybody else. Like, no one likes us. We don't know what's wrong with us. But we just couldn't ever figure it out, and we're like, like, if it's just gonna be us two, then that's fine. Like, at least we know we have one person to count on, one person that has our back, and so that's always reassuring to know that. So definitely me and her both kind of struggled. I don't know. Me and her both definitely kind of struggled with like making friends, but we kind of finally realized, like, you don't need a huge group of friends. As long as you have those like couple friends that have your back and will be there for you, then that's all that really matters. So definitely that's one thing I did learn, was it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It doesn't make you any cooler. It doesn't make you any less of a person. Yeah. So number 4, the 4th thing that I kind of learned, I learned it a little late in high school, I would say, but it would be to get involved. I think getting involved is so good in your high school career. I decided to get involved my junior year. I was like, you know what? I probably should start doing stuff because college is coming up. So definitely I got involved to help for sure with my resume, and also, like, if you're going to get a job somewhere and you're involved in your high school, they're going to see that and they're going to notice that, and that you're willing to put more effort into extracurricular activities, whether that be like a sport or just like a club in school, or any like just event like helping out your community, anything really. I think just getting involved is so great, and getting your foot in the door, getting connections with people. You can meet new friends through that. So that's always so awesome. I ran for like my class president, and I won that, and I was like, that is so cool. I ran for a homecoming, ran for office the next year, ran for offices and clubs. Like, I definitely really tried to get involved, and it really helped because I feel like it kind of made me not like a stronger person, but more of like outgoing, I guess you would say. Like, I could go out and talk to people, and it was just like a lot easier. And getting involved with something like super important to me my senior year, of high school. So I say don't get involved too late. Go ahead and start now. Try and get involved in anything you can, because it's so helpful in the long run. The fifth thing, very important I think, is being popular isn't what's popular, if that makes sense. Like, being the most popular girl in school isn't always what like is popular, if that makes, you know, like you don't have to be the most popular girl to be cool and to be stylish and like, you know what I mean, like have friends. Like being popular does not mean anything. Like if you're in high school, like, you know, you have your popular group, you know what I mean. Like being in high school, people get labeled things. Like it's so bad, but everyone, you know, you're labeled something in high school probably. Like, you know, there's like the groups, and it just happens. That's the way it is, and that's just how it's been for so long. It kind of sucks that it's that way, but just try not to even think about it. Like think of a person as a person, not because like, oh well, he only plays sports so I'm not gonna talk to him, or he's in the band, I don't talk to people in the band. Like don't, like it does not even matter. Like a person is a person. Whenever you get to college, I don't know half of these people walking around here. Like they have no idea my background, from where I came from, or who I am, or what I've done. Nothing like that. And so that's just one thing that I've definitely kept in the back of my head, is that being popular is not everything. Like don't make that like a thing for you in high school. You're like, I want to be the most popular girl in high school. Like no one, like it does not matter. Like cool, yeah, if you have a lot of friends and like everyone knows you, that's awesome, but be friends with everybody. Make conversations with everybody in your high school and every little group in the high school. So that's one thing I think is so important, is just to know that everyone's just a person. Like no one should be labeled anything, but unfortunately we are. But yeah, as you grow older, none of that matters anymore, so why should it matter in high school? I don't know. So that's just one thing to kind of ponder on. So that's kind of it for this video. These are just some like points that I like was making one night, and I was like, I kind of feel like I should make a video about this, because when I was sitting there thinking, I was like, why did I not like think about this stuff sooner, or like, you know what I mean? And so I just thought it'd be kind of helpful if I made a video for other girls out there who are kind of like struggling and don't really know like how to deal with some things. These are just some tips to kind of get you started. I know it's a little late in the school year, but it can still help for sure. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative and helped a little bit. Kind of got an insight of like how my high school went, and how, or just some of the things that I got to learn throughout those years. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and give my video a thumbs up, and yeah.